Last September, Nepal witnessed countrywide GenZ protests against corruption and police high-handedness. The protests turned violent, shutting the country down. For a country that largely depends on tourism, the protests were a setback. While the protests spread like wildfire and violence was reported from several parts of Nepal last year, there were no reports of any tourists being assaulted by protesters. In fact, locals helped many foreign tourists who could not leave the country. We visited Nepal just 3 months after the protests. The travel plan was made after much deliberation and with apprehension. Friends in Nepal assured us that it was safe to travel or trek in Nepal. Our trek started from Pokhara, which was one of the centers for violent protests, and the carcass of a burnt shopping mall was testimony to the sizzling September days. However, we were taken aback by the calmness and the hospitality of the locals. What happened during the protests? We asked several people just out of curiosity. Oh, it was a huge protest. The GenZ really shook the country. Things went out of hand, but now it's all okay, they said. Bhakti Devakoti, the owner of bigskytreks that took us to Mardi Himal, said tourism was affected for some time, but it picked up in no time.
Protection in Nepal. That time people were very scared, and then some people they cancel their trip to Nepal. As for me also, for my company also, some of the people they cancel the trip, and then now is everything is Nepal very good. Nepal is safe now. Everybody are welcome to Nepal. Please visit Nepal. About that is the Nepalese people are very kind. During the protest also, if you see some record or some read some newspaper, they really respect the tourist. And then those people who are already here, and then they have a warm feeling, warm welcoming. And then after that, in the international way also, they leave the message, Nepal is safe for tourists. Even they protest anti-government, protest for the government, and then other things, not for tourism. That's why people are very happy to come here. When in the beginning period, there is some people are very scared. You see the many international media, and then you read the newspaper, see the TVs that time. And then after the protest finish, and then after that is the situation getting normal, because of we respect the tourism, we respect the tourist. That's why people come back again. It's like a normal way.
We started our trek from Khari village. On the way, we met many tourists from India as well as from other Western countries. It was a 5-day trek. On the 5th day, we reached Mardi Himal base camp. Before that, we witnessed the beauty of the Machapuchere as the first rays of the sun bathed the mountains in golden hues. The 3 prolific young men who were accompanying us as guides were fun to travel with.
Hey, I'm Devkota, a guide from bigskytreks. We are at Mardi Himal base camp. Altitude is 4,500 meters. And you can see the good view of mountain over there. We are a total of 6 travelers. Three of them are Indian and 3 of us are Nepalese. We started the trek from Pokhara, drive to Khare, which is 30 minutes drive. And then from Khare, we hike to Australian base camp. Our plan for the first day was to stay in Pitam Deurali, but the traveler find the Australian base camp is interesting, and we stay overnight at Australian base camp for sunrise and sunset. And day 2 we've been to forest camp, which is a long journey. We had a breakfast at a lovely hill, which is really nice. And day 3 we reached at Badal Dada, and finally at day 4 we stayed at high camp, and this is the day 5, and we are at the morning time we are at the Mardi Himal base camp.
अभी हम लोग मार्दी हिमाल के बेस कैंप में है। तो हम लोग
इतना फ्रेंडली होके रमाइले करते करते रास्ते में इतना व्यू के मजे लेते 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 अभी तक यहाँ तक पहुँचा.
Yeah, the experience was very fantastic. It was my actually second trek, and this trek was so relaxing because we enjoyed each and every part of the scene and each and every part of the view.
We came back to Pokhara after the trek and decided to visit a village called Paundur the next day. We were extremely lucky to be hosted by a local family. We had local food and fresh vegetables from the family's garden. Our host, Ravi Paudel, took us around the village in the evening. 2025 was ending, and Nepal was eagerly waiting for the election. When we visited Paundur, the election date was still unknown. Locals told us that it was expected to be in March. The young guides with us spoke at length about Balen Shah, the rapper turned politician who is a favorite among Gen Z. We were eager to know about the mood in the village before the election. Luckily, we met an elderly resident of the village who spoke about the political transformation of Nepal from monarchy to democracy.
ये राजा का जो शासन था वो एक अखूट था, अच्छा नहीं था. पढ़ने लिखने का लिए अपना जो बोलना चाहता है वो बोलने नहीं मिलता था, पकड़ के ले जाता था. उसको उससे थोड़ा अधिकार ये 46 साल 1946 में थोड़ा छीन लिया. उसका बाद भी 62 तक राजाशाही रहा यहाँ. 62 में उसको खत्म करके एक गणतंत्र आया. ये गणतंत्र ठीक था. अब इसमें व्यवस्था वो ठीक था. इसका जो पात्रा है वो लोग बेठीक था. इसी के बजाय ये अभी का प्रोटेस्ट हुआ, जो जनरल प्रोटेस्ट जो हुआ. ये गणतंत्र का जो लीडर लोग था ना वो सब ठीक नहीं था.
प्रचंडा आपका माओइस्ट लीडर से शुरू करके आपका पीएम भी बना. तो उसके बारे में आपका क्या कहना है?
ये माओइस्ट जो था ये देश के लिए काम नहीं करता था, ये विदेशी एजेंट था और उसके लिए काम कर रहा था. तो करते करते विफल हो गया, वो फेल हो गया. फेल होने के बाद अभी जो जनजी आंदोलन हुआ ना इसका मतयार भी वही है. उधर फेल हो गया, फेल होने के बाद फिर यहाँ से जेनजी को लेके आया. ये कारक वही है. ये अभी भी विदेशी को काम करता है, नेपाली का काम नहीं करता है.
तो इस इलेक्शन में आपको क्या लगता है, क्या होने वाला है या क्या होना चाहिए, आपको क्या लगता है?
देश के लिए तो ये मल्टी पार्टी सिस्टम जो है ये अच्छा है. अब इसमें राजा आने से भी अच्छा नहीं होगा और ये माओस्टियर आने से भी अच्छा नहीं होगा. इसके अलावा जो भी आएगा वो ठीक होगा मेरा ख्याल में.
We also spoke to the village body chairman who told us about the GenZ protest and the road ahead.
भ्रष्टाचार छ भनेर छानबिन आयोग हरेक बनाएका छन्. छानबिन आयोग बनाएर भ्रष्टाचारीलाई प्रमाणित गर्न सकेका छ. वास्तवमा भ्रष्टाचारी अहिले राजनीति अब जाने सञ्चारकर्मीहरूका कुरा सुन्ने हो भने, युट्युबरहरूका कुरा सुन्ने हो भने, सञ्चार माध्यमका कुरा सुन्ने हो भने म पनि भ्रष्टाचारी. यथार्थ कुरो के भन्दा कुनैले पनि भ्रष्टाचार गरेको छैन. यो युट्युबरहरूले सबैले भ्रष्टाचार हो भनेछन्. जनता लहैलामा भ्रष्टाचार. वास्तवमा अहिले भ्रष्टाचारै हो भने भ्रष्टाचारीलाई तुरुन्तै, जस्तो मैले देखाएको कुरा, रवि लामी छाने 2 पटक गृहमन्त्री भएको बाद उनले छानबिन आयोग जाने म खोल्छु. हाम्रो गाउँ में जेनजी वाला में कुनै कुछ नहीं गरेका र विशेष गरी हाम्रो ओडामा अथवा हाम्रो अन्नपूर्ण गाउँपालिकामै जेनजीले केही गरेका छन्. तर जेनजीका माग भनेका राष्ट्रप्रतिका एकदम सकारात्मक छन्. मागहरू चाहिँ सकारात्मक हुन् तर आन्दोलनको लिडरसिपले गर्दाखेरि नेतृत्वविहीन भएको कारणले अहिले यो अवस्थामा पुगेका छन् जेएनजीहरू एउटा कुनै पनि आन्दोलन गर्दा सोच विचार गरेर आन्दोलन गर्नु पर्थ्यो बिना मियोको आन्दोलन भयो त्यस कारणले अहिले पनि जेएनजीहरू एक आपसमा नमिलेर दोषारोपण फुटाफुट आफ्ना आफ्ना तरिकाले हिँडिराखेका छन् र भोलि पनि यही अवस्था हो भने जेएनजीको अब नेतृत्वले देशमा कुनै विकल्प राजनीति गर्ला जस्तो मलाई लाग्दैन.
We stayed in Pokhara for a week. The town by the lake was already preparing for the Pokhara festival. Even the Zoomers were busy taking part in the celebrations. Nonetheless, people talked about the election and the fate of the country, but in a hushed tone. The election is on 5th March, and we hope that our neighbors find the right leader for their country. When we left Nepal, our friends avoided talking about politics. Politics will continue, but we will miss you all. Come back next year, they said. And we so wish to go back to the Himalayan country that is so welcoming. It is really surprising that a place that has gone through so many political upheavals has so much peace to offer. Our journey ended, no doubt, but before we could reach home, we started planning for our next visit.